Now our topic is thrust and pressure. So here for thrust and pressure we are having examples. That first example, we can't swim if we position ourselves vertically, because vertical direction whole force will be downward direction. So we have to swim horizontally always, right? Second example, if we want to place pin inside the wall by giving force with our thumb, we can't let that pin inside the wall. What we have to do, we have to hit by hammer on that pin, right? If we are giving push force by our thumb will be damaged, will be injured because of that, right? Why? Because of that smaller cross section area. And third example, that whenever we are having that sand sea, if we just stand on sand sea vertically, we will be inside that sand sea. But uh, whenever if we just lie down on the sand sea, we can't be inside that sand, right? So this all the examples are related with the thrust and pressure, because thrust and pressure are correlated with each other. Is, for example, pressure is equal to thrust upon area. Now first of all, question is, what is thrust? Thrust is nothing but one type of force which is applied perpendicular to the surface. So force applied perpendicular to the surface is called thrust. Our first example was swimming. Then whenever you are stand still on the water, you will be going downward direction because of thrust, because water surface is horizontal, and force because of your weight will be downward direction. That's why thrust area. So in that example of swimming, your area is decreased. When your area is decreased by yourself, pressure will be increased, and that's why you will be inside the water. So whenever you want to swim, you have to go horizontally. By horizontally, you are increasing your area, and when you are increase your area, pressure will be decreased, and pressure will be decreased, you are now not going so much in down in water. Second example of that, nail hammering, right? So if you are giving push by your thumb gets injured because of that. Why? Because area is so small, and when area is so small, pressure will be higher. But by hammering, similar, we are not pushing by our thumb, we are only just giving hammer. But if we are using same hammer on the iron rod, and we are just hitting to let that iron rod inside that wall, nothing happens. Why? Because now area is increased, and area is increased, pressure will be decreased. So iron nail can easily go inside the wall because its area is decreased, pressure will be increased, right? And third example of that, sand sea. So sand sea, if we stand still, area will be decreased, pressure will be increased, that's why we are inside that sand sea. But if we lie down on that sand sea, we increase our area, and because of increasing area, pressure will be decreased, that's why we will be safe when we lie down on the sand sea. So that is the concept of pressure. Now unit of this, first unit, pressure unit in SI, which is Pascal, it named after Pascal scientist, and other unit is Newton meter to inverse. So that is the simple pressure unit, and we know that thrust is one type of force. So unit of that is Newton, it's SI unit, or we can take this Dine unit, right? So that is thrust and pressure.